Welcome to my movie room. I'll give you a tour of what I have, see how things go over the spring into summer, and get things set up in here for summer and winter. I'm down to a few movies on my list. I collect mostly your basic movies that you would find at Blockbuster. I don't collect on other formats, and I mostly stick with DVD and VHS, and I have my music and my games. So see how summer will go. Hopefully I can find a little something for the collection. I come into my Stephen King movies once in a while, and my TV shows, and I'll get all the Star Trek that I picked up over the past couple of years, and been collecting records and music well over a couple of years now. And This is my second batch of music. I sold my first batch when I was in high school, so everything here has been rebought. I remember I had, and Pearl Jam is the biggest of my collection, and then Dolly Parton and Pearl Jam because of the live albums, but I go into mostly the old stuff, the old live, and then I come into my old movies, and then my cartoon. I do still enjoy collecting on cartoon, still collecting on Simpsons and South Park. Only got like half of the Simpsons. I just started collecting on South Park, and it's getting harder and harder to find those shows, and they're getting pretty expensive on eBay with shipping. VHS is already expensive with shipping because of the horror movies. But I will try to come into VHS once in a while. And I'm down to like a few old horror movies I don't have yet. And then most of the older horror movies come in this area. And I group all my shelving with TV shows. And by a franchise or by actor. And that's how I group these together. Movies I don't know, I keep it in the bottom. I go down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And all these shows are built by me. They're very rustic looking. Sometimes the wood is very cheap, but wood is very expensive, and shelving is very expensive. So most of these shows are hand built. And it's enough to hold movies. Took a couple of years in here to get shelving set up in the whole room. It's not a basement, but if it were a basement, it would look more like a video store. But I do consider it a video store, even though it's a smaller space. I cannot display all the movies facing front forward like this, but it's not affordable for me to do that with a small space like this. And I do want to come back into my Universal Monster collection once in a while as well. I tried to get them on DVD, but I could not find them, so I decided to get them on VHS. And it took out a fair bit of money as well to get those. So still a few that I don't have yet that I want to have. Maybe get something more for Godzilla collection, and then see if I could pick up something else for the VHS. But most of the horror movies I have are on DVD, so I'm not going to have them on VHS. Because with shipping, they're just too expensive. Or they keep coming out with new formats, new box sets, but I got them on your standard DVDs, so I'm happy to have those all, except for maybe the new stuff that comes out I don't have yet, but I try to get at least part 1, and then build onto it, part 2 or part 3. If they have a bigger run, like Friday 13th, then it's going to take a while to get to them, or you're going to have to invest in a fair bit of money. And some of these TV shows do cost a fair bit because of shipping. So I watch TV shows the most, and I'm really happy to have all the TV shows I want. The old TV shows, most of them you don't find on Netflix, so I'm really happy to have. I think 1 or 2 I'm probably get near the end of the year, and then I'll try to come into my music and games then. Hopefully I can still get a couple of movies over the spring and summer, and I keep all my old movies. I might throw out 1 or 2 here and there if there's too many doubles of them. Sometimes I forget I have the movie, then I come home and I put it in the collection. I already have it, and sometimes I want to replace a movie because you lose the movie or it's badly torn. Then I change things out once in a while. But I don't. I will never get rid of a movie just because I never watch it. It goes into the bottom. If I don't know a movie, it goes into the bottom. And I got a fair bit of room still. Over another year I could check in a little movie here and there. And I do have a couple of shelves now in the other room. And once in a while I do make a poster for the room. I could probably put another shelf there or another shelf there, but then I'll lose the space for the posters. Or I could put posters on the ceiling, but that doesn't